Wow, this is February. This is the end of February. I can't believe this. It's got to be 55 degrees today. Well, today I just finished working on my boat, getting ready to take it over to Green Lane to put it into quarantine. And before you know it, I'll be hitting the water. Actually, I wish I was on the water today. So I wanted to take this opportunity to kind of do a little tour of my boat. I've had people ask me, you know, in and around the area, you know, hey, what kind of boat is that? And what do you have in that boat? And how's it rigged? So I figured I'd spend some time and give you guys a little tour. I just finished working on the Malco switch, just replaced it. Last year was giving me some trouble. So let's dive in. So what you see here, I have an America Jon made by Sun Dolphin Pro. It's a 12-footer. It's got like 420 pound capacity. I mainly fish it by myself over at Green Lane. I've had it for probably close to 6-7 years now, and every year I add to it and make it a little better, make some changes to it. So first thing I want to show off, 2 Minn Kota power stations here. They're trolling motor power centers. They're both fused. They have 60 amp fuses built into them, and I ran wires through the hull up to the bow. One battery runs my electronics, other runs the trolling motor, and I have a Malco switch up front. And this switch allows me to terminate any power, run on one battery, tie them both together if I need to, or just run on the second battery. This side over here, you'll see I have 3 battery lugs, positive and 2 negatives. I separate the ground, keep the ground separate so I don't get any feedback through my electronics. And I put a jumper on if I have to run both batteries or tie both batteries together. Now back here at the stern, I have this nice little setup. This is a Scotty mount. It's a 2-piece setup. So I have a gear head hooked up to some slip discs that I can move up and down to adjust, all mounted on a gear track here, and then this is an additional gear head. This is actually for my transducer. I also have a 0.1 back here, as you can see, mounted to a mount for a fish finder. This is a total scan transducer for my Elite TI9. This is an old Scotty rod holder mount that I attached to a piece of plastic, and then I bolted my transducer to that. It goes into a gear head here, and that all plugs into gear heads. This all can come out. Over at Green Lane, I have to keep the boat there for quarantine reasons, so everything has to be modular and be able to come out and put in. It's a bit of work, but it's well worth it. Okay, so here at the bow, I had made a plate. This is out of plexiglass, and I installed a Minn Kota plate to slide this on and off. Works well, and this rig also is used on my Sylvan, my 14-footer. Everything in this boat comes out. The boat actually sits over in Green Lane Reservoir on a rack, so I don't keep anything in the boat. So I've had to make everything modular. I put everything in and take everything out at the end of it. Put it in the morning, take it out in the afternoon. Find this is the best way to use the boat. So yeah, I made this plate, and this works really well. So next I made this little deck. This little deck drops into the boat. Like so. I run a 55 thrust power drive Minn Kota V2 that has a iPilot in it, so it's completely wireless. I have a transducer here which goes to my TI7, or yeah, my Elite TI7. I took some old waterproof cases. I made a fuse housing for this one, and this one is for monitoring the voltage of my trolling motor battery. I have this nice little plug setup, and this is a yak power plug. So this is a plug setup that I made to plug in for my graph. I pull my 0.1 wire to hook up my 0.1 here to this deck. So now my 0.1's hooked up, my graphs are plugged in. I have a switch down here to turn on power to both graphs. This little setup's nice and modular. I drop this in. Drop it on my pedestal. Drop in my seat. And I'm ready to go fishing. On my seat here, I got a Scotty mount so I can hook my my GoPro up so you can get a view from behind. I also have a track here that I put my gear head on, or gear head track here. Then I can run a camera this way and get different angles. I find the more angles you get for these videos, the more interest people get, and they like to stay watching my video. And of course, a little pad for the seat, for the butt. I also have some cup holders that I put on. Well, before you know it, this thing will be on the rack, and after 2 weeks of quarantine, I'll be in the water catching some big ones. Keep an eye out. I'll have some more videos coming out soon. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.